I want to show you something, okay? Now, this is a building. It's a stone building. And I don't know if you can see the detail. There's better pictures online. There's all these stone figurines carved into it. And it goes all the way around to the other side. And it's actually a really big building, okay? It's an old courthouse, okay? Now, listen to me. It's an old courthouse in a really small town in Indiana, okay? Now, Indiana isn't known for having large metropolitan areas. It's like a bunch of towns. And Evansville is one of those towns. And a little brief history about Evansville. I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but a couple of years ago, they had a large HIV scare where they had like over, I want to say 200 new cases of HIV, like within a couple of months, and they linked it to IV drug use. This was about maybe 12 years ago. It's like an all-white county in Indiana, and it was really shocking to them. Anyway, a little small town. Now, I just want you to think about this. Try to wrap your head around this, okay? Now, this was the population, okay? It's like 20, 40, 60,000 people back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. This courthouse, they started building it in the 1880s, okay? Get a picture of it again. Back in the 1880s, a little bitty town in Indiana that had under 40,000 people, okay? It's like it had about 30,000 people. Why and how did they even afford this? Why would they commission a stone structure like this for a county, a town that only has about 30,000 people? Now, you know how much this had to cost back then to build if you compare it to today's money? So you're talking about the 1890s. No interstates, no 18-wheelers, no cars. Everything was a horse and a buggy, okay? How did they get all of this stone from God knows where? They didn't get it from Indiana. How did they get all of this stone to this small town in Indiana? Why? Why would they do this? Why would they build a massive courthouse for a town of 30,000 people? Impossible. Like, if they try to do this today, it would take a very long time, and I don't even know if they can do this today. In fact, I have not seen a new stone structure like this, especially with all these figurines carved in it. Now, let me explain something. This is like one sheet of, this is all hand carved, okay? Pay attention to this. You know how much time and attention went into this? Look at the detail on this. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And they want you to believe that this was really built in the 1890s with hand tools, no power tools, a chisel and a hammer, and somebody carved all of this. And they did it in like a couple of months. They expect you to believe this. Like, where would they even get the money for this? I mean, it's just a little bitty town in fucking Indiana. You know, why? Why would they even spend this amount of money on a courthouse in a small Indiana town? Look at that. I mean, look at the detail on this. So the next question is, well, like a logical person would say, well, just like the pyramids. How did they build the pyramids thousands of years ago? And this is my point. They say this courthouse was founded in 1890. I believe it was built hundreds of years ago by beings that no longer exist on Earth. And how did they do this? With hand tools. How did they even get all of this stone there? Horses with a cart. How did they get all this stone onto that cart with wooden wheels on mud streets all the way to this little town in Indiana. How did they do this? They didn't have 18-wheelers and interstates. I don't even think they can put this much stone on an 18-wheeler and bring it down. I mean, it would just take... You don't see buildings like this anymore. They can't build buildings like this anymore. So how old is this? I believe this is all copper up here too. How old is this, really? And who built it? It just doesn't make sense. It is not economically feasible to spend the amount of resources it would take to construct something like this in a little shitty town in Indiana. It just does not make any sense at all.